What do the Naught's tattoos mean?
The first tattoo we get indicates whether we're sea-born or sea-given. The rest of them tell our story. They tell of everything we've been through, our rank, but also the storms we've sailed through.
What do yours mean?
That I am a sea-given, that I sailed through a hurricane when I was but a simple sailor, that I performed several voyages as a captain without losing a single man. Does my entire curriculum really interest you?
It's important to me that I get to know you better.
I'm flattered, but there are other ways to do so than questioning me, you know. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you. This seal. I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
What nation does it belong to?
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. Let's continue to dig. I need to know more. I need to understand. This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Naughts, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape.
I should have known as soon as we discovered those ruins that we were not foreign to these lands.
The major part of the journal has faded. I'm not able to make out the name of the author. I don't think we will learn anything else here. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives. They were us.
It's difficult to admit. And to think that I turn to you to help us against the Bridge Alliance. I do not judge you guilty of the crimes of your ancestors. But this story is known.
I know this will not help our relations with your people. That is certain.
And to think we helped you. I'm having trouble dealing with this, even if it does explain a lot. We're gonna have to keep this story under lock and key. The natives are not gonna swallow it easily without a long chew.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island. Ruins that, after careful scrutiny, were built by the congregation. In one of them, we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions. Questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the Pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teil. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the Pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolic. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Teil was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I have come to talk to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships, from a native captured on the island.
We'd like to know about this woman's origins.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions, and our old archives are far from here.
Is there no one on Teil who can help us? Please.
Very well. I do know an old captain who could perhaps help you out.
Where can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Captain Lissandro.
Thank you for your help, Admiral.
De Sardet?
Yes, Admiral?
Don't get too caught up in the past. That one in particular. Nothing good will come of it.
Whether or not we choose to get caught up in it, Admiral, the past always catches up with us. Sadly, I'm paying the price of this.
Hello there. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I am Captain Lissandro. Pleased to meet you. I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. How odd. Well, what can I do for you?
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So?
You're the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
From one captain to another, if you would allow me.
Captain Vasco? I'm listening.
You said it yourself. A child was born at that particular time. A seaborn. And we always help one of our own.
Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to you.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I recently found out that my mother came from your village.
Your mother was from Vignamri. Now I understand why your face seems so familiar to me.
Indeed. She was captured before my birth and sent to the continent.
She was called Arelwyn. Did you know her?
Of course. Everyone here remembers her kidnapping.
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then. It was a very long time ago, but I remember the village Denegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died, including the one she loved. It was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength in one blow.
So my father died too. Do you know if any members of my family are still alive?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister. She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Arelwyn was a renowned healer across all of Teil. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her powers.
Do you know where I can find my aunt?
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She is an elderly woman now, and very much enjoys her own company. She doesn't speak much to me. But others here can probably tell you where to find her.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing. I must go.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it, your face reminds me of hers.
My mother, or better, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
Arelwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Arelwyn, who died far away from us all, and divorced Tierce. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have guessed.
Everyone loved her, Elwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us. All is well now. The child of Tia Fradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Duktram. Welcome.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me?
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative and you lied to everyone, including yourself. But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the Enlightened will remember this when I stand before him.
I am most grateful to you, Admiral. But I would like to request something.
A request? Speak, Captain.
As you know, Desarde was seaborn, despite being taken away from us. I know that you have sent me on this assignment so that I would reflect on my own condition. But I believe that you were also hoping I would manage to make the Legate want to join us, after proving to be invaluable and respectful of the Nords. Perhaps it's time to officially recognize my companion's birthright.
If Desarde wills it so, I would be glad to add a member to our family.
It would be an honor, Admiral.
Welcome amongst your own people, Desarde. I will send someone to tell the tattooist to receive you both.
Thank you, Admiral.
We've come to receive our tattoos. The Admiral should have informed you.
Indeed. Congratulations to you both. With whom shall I begin?
It would be better if I went before Desarde. I'm used to it.
Then take a seat, Captain. It shouldn't take long.
Desarde, we are ink siblings now.
It's an honor, Vasco.
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything for you?
Now that the Admiral has forgiven you, do you intend to set sail again?
Without a doubt, but do not worry. I will not leave you before I find out where our story leads.
I hope that once this is all over, I will get to sail with you again.
I hope so too. To be truthful, I'd rather not leave these shores without you. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Sea and love both share a bitter bite. The sea seizes, and love seizes. Love scolds us, and the sea scolds us, for neither are free from tempest's might.
A poem?
Yes, a poem I read in which I was trying to remember. It makes me think of you. Of us. Would you like to spend some time alone with me?
With pleasure. Meet me outside my room the next time we return to the house.
I will meet you there. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Are you still willing to spend some time with me?
More than ever. Come.
Those who fear the waters should stay within the shore's sight. Those who fear the pain that love procures should shun the flames when love endures, and both shall be safe from founder and blight. That is the next part of the poem. And I also have a question. What do you think about it? Are you afraid of sinking?
I know this poem, and I think this is the way it ends. For if water could quench love's dying embers, your love that burns and pains and severs, I would douse this fire with the sea of all my tears.
Then we shall set sail together on this bitter sea. My tempest. My tempest. My tempest. Do you think the time will come when your uncle will send your fiancé here on one of our boats?
I'm sure he's thought about it, but he's far away. He knows I'm beyond his control.
I hate the fact that the congregation's idea of love lies in a contract. He'll marry you off to some man as if you were a piece of furniture, just to gain a little influence.
If you hadn't become a Nord, your fate would probably have been the same.
Probably. Not that that makes it any better. I've been thinking about it, though.
Oh? How so?
If your uncle sent you someone with one of those contracts, I'd whisk you away and we'd go to sea. We'd run away together, we'd be free. And he couldn't do anything about it. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Wait! I'll stay with my people.
And I'll stay with her. One blade more can't hurt.
We need to prevent the beasts from following your tracks.
Yeah, we could use some help here, to be honest.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but the Meridian isn't wrong.
You see? Over and done.
You should go now. And may the volcano give you its strength.
Well, good luck. Oh, and Vasco, be careful.
Is this the last time we'll see each other?
I don't know.
Go.
Amazing victory. Vasco was awarded the rank of Commander of the Fleet, but he refused this honor. He preferred to stay beside the one he loved, although they do occasionally put out to sea.